Hey guys and girls, it is once again time to take a look at the antlers on the ranch, watching giant deer antlers grow. Thursday and Friday videos here on the Jimmy Houston Outdoor Channel. I wanted to mention also that we have started a Rumble channel. Many of y'all on Facebook and YouTube have suggested that we get on Rumble, so we have started a Rumble channel. I actually put two Rumble channels up there, one Jimmy Houston Outdoors and another one, especially a lot of y'all that are on Facebook don't really care anything about YouTube and vice versa, so we thought we get Rumble in there, we could get everything in there together. So we've started a Rumble channel. We will put the link on how to get to that Rumble, or just go over there if you got a Rumble app. Go over to the Rumble app and just subscribe to Jimmy Houston Outdoors, or Catch a Better Life. Catch a Better Life. I said catch of the day, I think, a minute ago. But we're going to start out by taking a look at the deer at the house. I've shot a really little short video there of the deer at the house. They're there in the mornings, or there in the evenings, or around sometime during the day. But we usually get that entire bunch of bucks, and you can kind of take a look at them. And it's just amazing what's going on there. The deer in the pen, last week we had a revelation from a friend, a follower, Tim Burdett from down in Georgia. Solved a mystery that we didn't even really necessarily know we had. We knew that the deer that we got back in the pen, we just felt like it was one probably we let go as a little bitty baby, and he turned into a really good deer in his second year of horns. But he was actually Snoopy. That's right. He was actually Snoopy, and we named him Gumball because we didn't know he had a name. We got that mystery figured out last week. We don't have any great big mystery surprises like that for you right now that I know of. As we look around, we might find some. But let's take a look first at the deer at the house, then we'll go in the pen. I've got some carrots and some apples as ransom. I ordered a bunch of carrots yesterday, and my Walmart order didn't have them in there. They must have been out of carrots. I don't know. Maybe people are buying up all the carrots to feed their deer. I don't know. But I did have a little bit of carrots left. I got about a pound of carrots left. I chopped up a couple of apples. I was able to buy some apples yesterday. Chopped up a couple of apples and have them in the bag for split ear, because we got to feed split ear. We just got to feed split ear. I got to tell you, Apache's daughter came down, and he's got a little grandson and a granddaughter that she's had, and they're just little bitty tykes. And the little boy was just born. He's like a year old, just walking, and they went in the pen, and they got pictures with standing up there just petting and loving on split ears. She just loves people. So let's take a look at the Brotherhood and see if you think they've gained any. I don't think much are changing. Y'all just kind of look and tell me if much is changing right now. I think everything's about to get out there to the max. We just got to wait for them to start rubbing those antlers off and see what they look like hard. So let's take a look at the Brotherhood right now. Okay, let's take a quick look at the Brotherhood here this morning. I don't know that they've changed a whole lot from last week. I just really can't tell. There is my man Forrest right there, and you can see Forrest, of course, is really beautiful. I mean, he's a big, beautiful deal. And TC, where's TC? Look how big that deer is. He weighs well over 200 pounds, probably a 250-pound deer. Dragging that big boy out of the woods would be something incredibly difficult to do. This little deer right here doesn't have a name. We need to give that deer a name. That is his very first horns. You can see he's a 6-point, small 6-point, and you think, not much. He's not near like Forrest was last year. But I'm going to tell you, we've seen from Snoopy, a.k.a. Gumball, we've seen from Snoopy how big they can grow in just one single solitary year. And we look at, again, the same situation there with 06. That horns right there is his second set of horns, and his set is only one. But that's his second right there, and you can see that he's got 8 points out there on that one set. And it could be they're growing better because he's only growing one side. So that little deer right back there, which is like really, I think he's 7 or 8 points if you really get to counting everything he's got up there. Might be something pretty special next year. By the way, we have 10 turkeys here this morning. That's right. And I want you to look at Thunder Chicken here and how wild he used to be and how he is right now. He's just not very wild at all. And we got 10 turkeys here this morning. So there's been one more that's come in from out in the wild and decided he wanted to be around us. I got a couple of longbeards here. One is really got a couple jakes. One jake is probably a second year. There's 3 jakes there actually. So there's 4. I don't know. We may have 11 turkeys here. We got a lot of turkeys now. But anyway, that's a look at the Brotherhood. This week. They added any? I don't know. It's really difficult for me to say. I'd say, I don't know. As we roll up to the pen in the mule, Split Ears is out here waiting for us. She must have heard us coming from a way off. And she recognized my mule. Look at the size of that baby, how big that baby's got. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. But we'll take a really good look at the babies, kind of look at them. But isn't that something? There's Split Ear. She she just come up here and she's waiting. She knew. Hi, baby. Hi, Split Ear. You had some company yesterday, didn't you? Yeah, some babies come and saw you. Human babies. Yeah. Where's your two babies? Where's your two babies? They back over there in the shade? You leave them to come out here? Is that them over there? I think that's somebody else's babies. There's two babies over there with that doe. Those might be Split Ear's babies. I don't know. That's the only two over here. Our pen is in a quadrant, 4 separate pens, or we can have them all wide open, which they are right now. They can use all 4 of them. They use, just because they're deer, they use the ones on the other side a little bit more. They got more shade. They got a lot of trees down there. And they got 3 buildings in there. They got a lot of shade, a lot of place to get. And you can see a little baby laying right there by that bale of hay. And we put a couple of bales of hay in there that they could eat. And but most of them are down in the back. But Split Ears, she hears me coming. She says, I bet my boss has got me some carrots and apples. And I bet she's right. Look at all the deer down there. There's over 40 deer in here. There's over 40 deer in here. Let me try to level that up a little bit, girl. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Okay, all right. Okay, I know what you're wanting. Looky there, a carrot. Oh, look over there. How about that apple? And here comes Snoopy. Hey, Snoopy, looky there. Oh no, that's not Snoopy. Oh, that's... Oh mercy. Oh mercy. You girls are. How about an apple? Looky right there. Looky right there at Whitey. Take a look at Whitey right there. Look at Whitey. Looky there. She's grabbing my bag. Hey, girl. Hey, y'all just settle down a little bit. Y'all two settle down a little bit. I got a pound. I got something for you two. I got something for everybody. Split Ears, you're being a hog. You're being a hog. You're being a hog. Yes, you are. An apple. And these 3 babies here, it's just, none of y'all gonna get full because there's 3 of you up here. Split Ear says, I liked it better when these other 2 wouldn't come around. I'm grabbing, I get an apple. You know, you hear about deer killing people, and it's usually bucks during the rut. Well, every time I've ever heard about it, it's been bucks during the rut. Jimmy might get killed by carrot-eating does. Carrot-eating does, yeah, liable to be. What could y'all do? Could y'all stomp me? Huh? Hey, hey, is that what y'all would do? Y'all would stomp me? Because I run out of carrots? This is quite a deal, isn't it? Look at this. Y'all just settle down a little bit. How about an apple? Okay, come on. Why are you backing away? They don't like it when you walk toward them. Or at least, normally they don't. Split Ears doesn't care. Hey, green tag. 7028. You don't even have a real name, do you, huh? 7028 is your name. Where are you going? Where are you going? How about apple? Oh my goodness, that apple's good. So she smelled the apple before she took it. Split Ear don't smell nothing. Split Ear says, my boss wouldn't give me anything if it wasn't fit to eat. Got an apple. Got a carrot. This is something, isn't it? This is a quick, easy fix here for these deer. Carrots and apples are like drugs. That doesn't make them high. How you girls doing anyway, huh? How you doing? You both of y'all are just sweet as you can be. You get the little ones, you just get just whatever I grab out of the bucket is what y'all get. You got an apple. A little piece of apple. You got a carrot. This is potluck. Everybody shares is the way it works, okay? Y'all not interested in that game, huh? How about you getting petted, huh? See, I'm not into getting petted, Jimmy. All I'm into is eating. Eating, eating, eating. Y'all would be a pest around the house probably, wouldn't you? From 7028, he smells of those apples to make sure it's something she really wants. These two don't really care. I'm about out. Y'all that's coming up here wanting me to throw something out to you, definitely not going to get it because I'm out. Was that something or was that something? I'm out. All right, I'm gonna take his bag off. We'll look at Whitey. We'll look at Whitey. Look at these guys right here, will you? We'll look at Whitey. We'll look at Snoopy, aka Gumball, and we'll look at the babies because some of these babies in here are getting incredibly big, incredibly big. Okay, girls, it's empty. It's empty. It's empty. Let's take a look at those babies, or a buck, whatever comes first. Let's just take a look at Mr. Whitey. He's not very far away. He's looking really, really good. He's going to turn and walk away from us a little bit. We're down in the shade trees here. He's not really wild at all, but he is huge. I think he's like 8 or 9 on each side. That's a pretty good sized deer. Get down here where we can see you, buddy. I'm kind of following him down here, just taking a good look at him. You can just see, and he's got kind of a mix there of a winter and a summer coat. Looks like, I don't understand exactly what that is. It just looks like it. He's got 2 different colors of fur on, but he is just absolutely beautiful, as fat as he can be, and just a big old deer. And he's got the tag in the wrong ear. We thought he was a girl when we tagged him. And obviously you can see he's definitely not a girl. Ooh, you can tell from that angle for sure, can't you? Lord, I apologize for that. That was him doing that, not me. And but he's just absolutely a champion. No doubt about it. Zoom in a little bit more on him. He's way down there now. I say way down there. He's 30 yards. Not very far away. But he's just a beautiful deer. I don't know that he's adding any at all to his antlers. We'll just move on him just a little bit more here. Get as close as we possibly can. Not too crazy about me walking up on him for some reason. He normally doesn't care. Normally would start taking, where'd he go? There he is right there. Normally start taking his picture. Normally start taking Whitey's picture and he walks right up to the camera. He's kind of showing off. But it's a little cooler today than normal. It's about 95 degrees. Usually it's about 105 this time of the evening, but it's about 90 degrees. Of course, we're down here in the shade, which is even cooler. Of course, they take temperatures in the shade, so I don't know. I guess when you're out in the sun, it's when you get the feel-like temperatures. We're down here in the shade, and he's behind a tree, kind of like they do in hunting a lot as they get back behind a tree. But we can take a real good look at him. Let's walk just a little bit here. See if he'll just sit there and look at us. There we go. There's Whitey right there, just looking absolutely gorgeous, huge, big, beautiful buck. Hold the camera still, Jimmy. Oh, looky there. Turns his head that way. You can see the picket fence he's got going. I think 8 or 9 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe 9 by 9, 9 by 10, 8 by 9, something like that. I don't really know. But he's awfully big, and that is his third set of antlers. That's right. That's his 3rd set of antlers. And he's just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if he's got any bigger from last week or not. I'd kind of say, if I had to vote without comparing, I'd say he hasn't really gained any at all. He might have added another inch or two in growth, I don't know, but I think they're just about to get out to the max. I see Snoopy over there, not very far away. Look at that. Aren't they majestic when they walk like that? It's like they're the bull of the woods, and they know it. They are the bull of the woods, and they know it. And right here close by is Snoopy. Snoopy with his second set of antlers on him. That's his second set right there. And the amazing thing about Snoopy, and we named him Gumball because we got him back in here during the Great Escape. He had lost his antlers. He didn't have much. He had a spike on one side and a little split hind on the other side, so we'd call him a 3-point if he was doing southern count. If you was doing western count, you'd count him as either a 1-point or a 2-point. I don't know whichever side you want to count out there in the west. We count them all. We count them all here in the south. And his rack is not wide, it's narrow, and it might widen out as he gets older, I don't know. But you can see how big and beautiful and healthy he is. And he was kind of a scrawny little guy last year with his very first set of antlers. He is the exact same age as Forrest, and he's very, very close to the same deer as Forrest. I think he's not nearly as wide as Forrest. He's a little taller. And I don't know, I think maybe he's got a few more points, doesn't he, or does he? I think he's about 10. And Forrest, I think, is just about an 8. No, Forrest is a 10, isn't he? I can't remember. Y'all remember things better than me. We got so many deer to look at, I can't really keep them all straight most of the time. But you can see again, you look at his body there, how big his body is and beautiful. Of course, he gets all the South Fresh deer food that he wants, plus Apache puts alfalfa in here with them during the colder months. We don't use the alfalfa this time of the year. Look at that doe right there. You think she's still pregnant. Look at her belly. Boy, I'm telling you, she probably's eating me out of house and home on South Fresh. Look at her. She is, you need some antlers on your head, girl. That little back there at Snoopy. And the amazing thing about Snoopy is where he was last year and what he is this year. And it just lets you know that, boy, when you see those little 18-month-old bucks, you hunters out there, let them grow, let them go, let them grow, let them go, let them grow, let them go, let them grow. Because they might turn into this the very following year, and for most hunters, that'd be an awful good buck to take. You know, I think that you ought to let them get 4 or 5 years old before you take them. But I realize that in some places, so many of them get killed at such a young age that if you let them get to 4 or 5 years, you're not going to have many deer to hunt because not many of them get that old. But if everybody would let them grow, look at there. You know, see how big he is? Look at how big she is. They're standing side by side right there, and look at her belly. Are you still carrying babies, girl? I think she's had triplets 2 years in a row, and all of them belong to Whitey. Hopefully, we'll have Gumball in here to use him in the pen breeding. We'll be turning all of these babies loose. We got about 20 of them in here. Be turning all of them loose here come, a couple more months. Let them get a little bit bigger. Some of these little fawns are really getting large. And I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's just take a look at some of them because look at there, both of them over at once. Both of them there. Isn't that cool? Looky there. You see how much larger Whitey is than Snoopy, even though Snoopy's a good one. But now Whitey may not have much on him next year when Snoopy gets the same age. Those deer are 1 year apart. You can see the difference in size of the deer as well as the size of the antler. That's a great, great comparison of 2 absolutely trophy bucks. Isn't that nice? God, I love it.